We're not listening to the dread anymore. 2026. 2026, it's not that deep. 2026, have fun out there. 2026, if you flop, who cares? 2026, be fearless. 2026, girl boss.
I'm Glennis comedian, perfect woman, and certified sad girl. I'm on a mission to meet and interview sad girls like me and destigmatize mental illness, all in the hopes of feeling a little bit better by any means necessary. We're all going through it. Let's go through it together. And remember, it's okay to be sad, girl.
This is Sad Girl Survival Guide, the show that explores rock bottom, breakdowns, and breakthroughs, one sad girl at a time. Today, it's just me, and I've moved to my couch. What do we think about that? It's pretty comfy, and maybe I can just demonstrate what a laid-back, cool girl I am if you saw me in my most favorite spot, my Joybird couch that I'll be paying off for the next 5 years or so. Joybird, if you want to sponsor me, I'm always looking for sponsors here at Sad Girl Survival Guide. I would love a Joybird sponsor. That would be so cool. An affiliate link, maybe? Okay, enough about that. Wow, I don't need a new couch. I don't need another one. Why was I pandering to Joybird? I should have pandered to Joybird before I bought a Joybird couch, unless they want to give me some sort of credit and pay off that Affirm bill. Oh my God, Affirm. I saw that they're starting to offer ways for you to basically Klarna your rent. We can't be Klarnaing our rent. It's so dystopian. Like, how did we get rent Klarna before we got affordable rent? It's psycho. We're living in a nightmare. We cannot be putting our rent on layaway. Then you're just perpetually in debt for the rest of your life. What are we doing? It's just sad and scary. Like, lower the rent. We don't need Klarna for landlords. Klarnlords. That'll be what they're called. It's sick and twisted. I am someone who will put something on like Affirm to pay it off. Like, I have a Peloton. Whatever. I love my Peloton. It kind of saved me, during pandemic times and whatnot. I just paid it off and then it wouldn't switch on. And I was like, why is my Peloton not switching on? Literally, I paid it off last month. The next month, it's not turning on. And let's not forget, the screen on my Peloton has stopped working. It's pretty unresponsive in most areas of the screen. And I called the support team a long time ago about the screen. And they were like, yeah, well, you can just buy a new screen for $650. I was like, no, I want a bike that actually holds up. How did a touchscreen self-destruct in this way? I have an iPad from like 10 years ago that still responds to my touch. Like, what are we talking about? So I was like, okay, no, I'm not going to do that. And this is for anyone who has a Peloton or whatever. I mean, maybe this tip is for you. So they're Android tablets, the screen. So you can connect a little Bluetooth keyboard with a mouse pad, and then that'll create a cursor on the Peloton screen that you can use. So I got like a little cheap keyboard magic mouse thing, and then I can use it, but it's so silly that I would even have to. I'm still paying it off at this time. It should be working during the period that you're paying it off. You know what I mean? Like, I know the warranty didn't extend that long, but it should. Like, I'm still paying money for the privilege, you know? Anyway, so it broke. I was like, this is ridiculous. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go after Peloton on Threads. And I posted my one Peloton US. I just paid it off and it broke a month later. What in the forced obsolescence? I thought I really got them with forced obsolescence. making something obsolete and forcing you to buy something new. Forced obsolescence. Yeah. I was like, what in the forced obsolescence? And then I was troubleshooting it because I was like, I can't figure it out. The light on the power cord that's turning on, the plug in the back that's in. There's another little cord. Looking it up, can't figure it out. There's another little cord that slipped out. That's like inside the frame. I had no idea. Their AI chatbot for support knew right away. They were like, yeah, it's probably this. You got to check all these other little doodads and widgets. And there we were. We found it. So I'm pretty sure my cats ripped it out. Like they were running around, zoomies, fighting each other. And they were trying to sabotage my workout efforts, my workout from home efforts. Thanks, guys. So I live in New York. We have been going through a polar vortex. A polar vortex. I am not kidding. I don't think I've ever experienced this extended cold for as long as it's been here. It blizzarded. It blizzarded, and then it hasn't gone below freezing. So all the snow has frozen into ice. The plows are plowing the snow, but it's just creating these like disgusting levees of like polluted snow ice. And here's the thing, in New York City, a lot of people have dogs. This is a message to dog owners. Did you know that if your dog takes a dump on the snow, you still have to pick it up? I know, it's crazy. It shouldn't be that way, I know. But pick it up. Pick it up, it's so disgusting. If anything, it's more visually apparent because it's on a nice white canvas, but it is crazy walking down the street and then seeing all this banked white snow, turds galore, speckled with turds. Please. If anything, I feel like it makes it more manageable because if it was like liquidy or something, it would freeze on contact and make like a nice little poopsicle. So put it in a bag and throw it out because you're nasty. You're nasty. My instinct when the weather is like this is to do nothing at all. Okay? And I think God is laughing at me because there have been times where it's been maybe 40 degrees. And I'm like, it's too cold to go out. It's too cold. And it has been 3 degrees. 3 degrees Fahrenheit. Real feel, which, by the way, if it really feels like that, isn't that the temp? If it really feels like minus 15, is it not minus 15? I think we can all agree it's minus 15 because it feels like that. So why are we creating like a split personality with the temperatures to make us feel better? I'm not feeling great that it's 3. So what's another 18 degrees negative? Anyway, my instinct is to do nothing at all. And usually I would honor that. I've been playing a lot of Zelda, Donkey Kong. I'm a woman in her mid-30s who picked up a Switch 2 and has no regrets. Okay, Switch 2, that's good screen. I've determined that there's good screens, there's bad screens. And your bad screens can have good things, and they can be bricked and become more functional and less distracting. But Switch 2, that is good screen. And I'll tell you why. I'm not comparing myself to anyone on my Switch. There's sort of the dopamine reward of winning a game, story unfolding, colors, artistry. I'm loving it and encouraging my friends who are addicted to their phones, addicted to Instagram, to get a Switch. It will take you off your phone. Granted, it's just now kind of another distraction that I need to like mediate a little bit. Like I can't brick my Switch, which I don't know, maybe I need to put like parental controls on it or something that like my boyfriend has the password to, that's like no more than 2 hours a day or whatever. But I would encourage anybody to get some sort of gaming console over being glued to their phone. The way I see my friends pop open Instagram when we're hanging out, we're socializing IRL. They pop open Instagram, look at it for 2 seconds, look at someone's story and close it out. I'm like, you just did a bump. You just did a bump in front of me and I feel weird about it. Why did you do that? What could there possibly have been that was so interesting, so need to know, need to see, need to consume, that we're literally hanging out together and you're pulling up Instagram to get a little hit of something? I don't think that it's a good thing. I think it's not a good feeling. It's the addiction behavior of like, oh, I'm feeling out of the loop, I'm feeling FOMO, I'm feeling unstimulated. So then you go to your stimulus, which is your Instagram app, and then you get a little like, oh, okay, I'm not missing anything, or okay, now I feel like in the loop. And it's like you're literally with people. Like put it away. Like please brick your phone or block your apps or whatever whenever you're hanging out with people, because it's like, it's rude. Sorry, it's rude. Who cares about what's going on Instagram? Really, who cares? For real. Unless you legit, like, you got a message from someone or there's something you're trying to find out, like details wise, like someone had party information in their story or something like that. There is so no need for it. And it really reminds me of someone just like doing a bump in front of you. You're Marco Rubio on the stand, blatantly doing drugs. So in spite of the polar vortex, I've been doing things, much to my chagrin at first. And then I get out to the things and I'm glad that I went. And I'm sort of observing that other people in the world are still doing things. The city that never sleeps, the city that never freezes, as it were. I just am like, I've really been using it as an excuse for a long time. And then, you know, if you're Ubering somewhere, obviously there's only going to be that little transition period outside from the car to your place, to the place, back to the car. It's not that bad. And I'm saying this for myself because I so easily will forget that and then be like, well, actually, couch and switch to over everything. I don't know. I just am like, I'm impressed by people who don't let the winter stifle them, you know? I was booked on a show yesterday, which was the coldest day on record in like 10 plus years because of the wind chill, because of the real feel minus 15. And I like wore basically snow gear, long johns, thermals to the club and then changed and realized like how unnecessary it was. But I was terrified because it was a code blue. Everyone was saying like 30 minutes outside and you'll get frostbite. Well, I'm not spending 30 minutes outside. So I'm not going to get frostbite. My skin's not exposed. That was my cat. Gooby, come here. Hi, sweetie. Why are you crusty? All right, well, Gooby has entered the chat. Do you want to sit up with me? Do you want to sit on a pillow? Come here. Gooby. That's the thing, is I'm home I want to be with my cats. She might sit on my lap. She's kind of finicky. This is Gooby. She's 10 years old. She's a tabby, if you're only listening. And she has a very beautiful, symmetrical face mask. And I like that she wants to cuddle with me sometimes, and I'm the only person in the world that she even kind of likes. And I'm like, yes, I was chosen by this cat that hates everyone and also maybe me if I push it too much. Like, constantly have scratches and scars, whatever. Who cares? The things we do for our kitties. Obviously, it was very inspiring to see people protesting and rallying in solidarity with Minnesota, Minneapolis, because it's cold as hell there too. And we went out to a rally. It was fun. I had to put those hand warmer things in my snow boots, and my toes were still kind of numb and struggling. But it's a small price to pay for exercising our rights, you know. Some of the I made signs that I thought were funny, and then when I got there I was like, maybe these are a little too like trivializing what's happening. My first one was can't spell micropenis without ice, and then I drew a little ice cube penis on like a chubby body to sort of represent that it's like little pee-pee energy to work for ice, in my opinion. And then the other one, and not that there aren't women and vagina havers on working for ice, but the vibe is predominantly male. So that was at them. And then the other one was, hey, Christy, your injector hates you, by the way. And that really kind of is in regards to the Mar-a-Lago face of it all. Like, I mean, to have such filler blindness as a public figure, I can't imagine it. I mean, I know that as women, we experience pressures to look a certain way, to maintain youth, and God knows folks at Mar-a-Lago love the youth, if you know what I mean. I just think, how do you not recognize when it kind of tips into grotesque and like self mutilation in a way? Like, who is your injector and why is she doing this to you? Unless like the injector knows who she is, thinks she's diabolical, and is sabotaging her from the inside. Like, less insane things have happened. It's like when a friend tells another friend to get a haircut that she knows will look bad, and then it's just to sabotage her friend and so that she's like hotter than her friend. This happens interpersonally with girl groups, and it's like a diabolical sabotage. What if all these injectors are like, yeah, sure, Christy, I think another 10 milliliters of filler will be great. You'll look really normal and cool and hot. And they're all just like leftists that are like, we'll make her into a nasty, melting, Jabba the Hutt looking ass woman. The Mar-a-Lago face of it all. Do they think they're fooling anyone? I really... You can be a woman who ages naturally and still be glamorous. You know what I mean? Like, I understand facelifts. I understand, you know, procedures, corrective procedures, preventative, Botox, laser, whatever. Like, I think those are kind of actually run of the mill. It's the pumping of the filler that is so weird and scary and creepy looking. Uncanny Valley. And I think these like 60 to 80-year-old women, maybe even older, are convincing themselves that they're somehow pulling the wool over our eyes, like that they haven't aged because there's so much filler pushing up against their wrinkles. You're not fooling anyone, and you're scaring the children. I saw this thing on Threads. It was someone that was like, why is it that when I think about having a shower, I cannot even fathom getting into the shower? It seems like the hardest thing in the world. I don't want to do it. It's the worst thing ever. Don't want to do it. Don't make me do it, etc. But then when I'm in the shower, I love the feeling of being in the shower, and after I shower, I feel great, etc. Like, why do I dread it or not want to do it? And then every time I'm like, oh, this is nice. And someone was like, this is known as a delayed dopamine response. And what that means is you can't get the dopamine feeling or reward in anticipation of something, and some people can. So they get excited, they think positively about the thing, and then they enjoy the thing, and they can kind of integrate that they enjoyed that thing, and then for the next time they'll be like, well, that's me enjoying this thing, I'm going to enjoy it again, and so on and so forth. And what I realized is that's me with shows and performing on shows. I do stand up and I love performing. I feel great, especially like this medical cocktail that I'm on is working wonders for me. But for some reason, even though there's empirical evidence that I am good at performing, I get on stage, I kind of sort of enter a flow state, feel great, and leave the show being like, wow, okay, I did pretty good. I cannot integrate that into looking forward to a show. And it's so weird, but this like shower analogy like really made it click for me that I'm like, oh, okay, like this might actually just be neurochemical, and the fact that I am dreading something that I love to do, that's just going to be part of my process. That's just going to be an inevitable thing to kind of acknowledge when it shows up, and then be like, I can't listen to you right now. I know it's because I just don't have the dopamine from doing the show and having the good outcome. I have to push past it, but it's so hard. It's so hard, especially when it's winter. And yet again, I'm like, oh, I don't want to go out. But then it always ends up being fine, if not good. Maybe a little tiring because I'm getting older and being out tires the shit out of me. But we're not listening to the dread anymore. 2026, it's not that deep. 2026, have fun out there. 2026, if you flop, who cares? 2026, be fearless. 2026, girl boss. No, we're not bringing back the girl boss of it all. But you know what I'm getting at, is that it's not that deep. I was getting so freaked out so easily about things, being so anxious. We're not doing that. We're not doing that anymore. The dread might show up. You just say, hello, dread. Shush, shush. And then we go from there. Last two things, we'll talk about sports. Guys, girl alert. Okay. First and foremost, at the Blizzard press conference, New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani announced that if you have a New York City Public Library card, you can rent the Heated Rivalry series books for free, and there's unlimited copies. And he recommended that you stay home and you read those books. Which I think is so funny. Like, those books are smut. That's our mayor. I'm like, did Rama tell you to say that? Have you read them, Zoran? Because they are naughty books. They are really naughty books. Like, the books are naughtier than the TV show. So, what are we doing here? I think all public figures, all city mayors should be recommending smut to their constituents. I think that's just such a sign of progress. We're in the good place right now when our mayor can tell us to go home and read the gay hockey love story with graphic sex scenes in the book. So funny. Yeah. I need to make sure that I take out all the others before the deadline, which I believe is Valentine's Day, Saturday. Yeah, because I want to read those books. I'm going, in spite of it being the dead of winter here, I'm going on a vacation to the Arctic Circle in Norway. It wouldn't have been my first choice to go from freezing to freezing. But here's the thing, it's actually colder in New York than the Arctic Circle right now. Someone posted that the North Pole is warmer than New York right now. So we're going to be staying in like these little like dome things where you can see the northern lights. I'm sure it'll be amazing. If I don't get to a beach soon, there's going to be a big problem. Really big problem. At the time of recording, we're about an hour from the Super Bowl. And here's what I'll say about the Super Bowl. I think it's funny that the Super Bowl and Valentine's Day are always kind of like back to back. Because my boyfriend really likes the Super Bowl and I really like Valentine's Day. So we have this little tradition where we always get in a fight on Super Bowl Sunday and then we spend $200 on a meal we hate for Valentine's Day. It's sort of our cute little thing. But I'm so excited for Bad Bunny. His aura is undeniable. I don't know what he's saying in his songs. I don't speak Spanish. His stage presence, his aura, his cutie pie face. I can't get enough of it. And what I can't get enough of even more is how threatened MAGA are by him. Sort of also showing their hand that they are completely unaware that Puerto Rico is part of America by doing the Turning Point USA alternative halftime show with Kid Rock. Like, I just can't wait. The numbers, ooh, they're not going to lie. And here's what I'm going to say as a prediction, and this will probably be edited and posted after the Super Bowl, but I promise this is 5/28 on Sunday, February 8th. I think Cardi B is going to come out and do I Like That with Bad Bunny. And I think there's going to be some sort of Nicki Minaj diss from Cardi. In the same way that Kendrick Lamar did the like, "Hey Drake, I hear you like I'm young." There's got to be something. There's got to be something that humbles Nicki Minaj from the mouth of Cardi B, because I just think it's the ultimate dunk. To be performing in the most highly watched televised live performance and just to take your shot in that moment. Oh, I watched the Kendrick Lamar "Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young" maybe 100 times when it happened. And every time it was like chills, because he's just such a little stinker. Oh, it's so good when there's stinker in the Super Bowl halftime performance. So that's my prediction. I have to go to a dinner party. We're going to be watching the Super Bowl. We're going to be watching the halftime show. And I guess I'll have to circle back if my prediction was correct. So that's it from me for today. Thank you again for listening. If you found this on a podcast channel or on YouTube, please like, follow, subscribe, tell a friend, leave a comment. It all helps. We're building this community of Sad Girl Survival Guides slowly but surely, brick by brick. And every single little bit of engagement really helps. We'll be back with some guest interviews next week. But in the meantime, remember, it's okay to be sad, girl. Bye.